Welcome to another Your Tech Report video. Today we're diving into a gaming laptop from Dell that's under $1,000, the Dell Inspiron 15 7000 series. Now when it comes to laptops or notebook computers, this is not going to be your thin and light powerhouse. This is going to be a powerhouse, all right, but this is going to be a powerhouse for gaming and traveling with gaming. When we talk about a 15, an Inspiron 15 from Dell, we're talking about a 15.6-inch diagonal screen. If you take a look at this thing, a 15.6-inch diagonal screen, full QWERTY keyboard, complete with number pad, backlit for gaming enjoyment, NVIDIA discrete graphics, USB Type-C with Thunderbolt, USB Type-A, thermal cooling on board. This is a gaming powerhouse from Dell that starts at only $999. Now, there are so many ways that you can configure a laptop, especially from Dell. You can max out your processors, you can max out your onboard storage, whether it be SSD storage or your RAM. There are so many things that you can do. So when I say the $999 entry point, this is for this base model computer, but you can max this thing out and probably spend close to $2,000, even $3,000, depending on the model and the way you're going to configure this device. But let's talk about the design for a second. This is not thin and light, but this is ultra portable in nature. The thermal cooling is right there on the back of this device. You can see the openings here for the fans. You can take a look at this on the side view as well. It's probably about 5 to 6 pounds. You've got the cooling over there. You've got the nice 15.6-inch widescreen display. This is a full IPS display, so you're getting a great resolution, and you're getting a great screen for a great gaming experience, and a high refresh rate, which is extremely important as well. The included storage on board is a 256 gig solid-state storage, or a solid-state drive. The base model comes with 8 gigs of 2400 megahertz RAM. You can configure that up to 32 gigs if you want. And the video card is the AMD Radeon RX 560, which itself has 4 gigs of GDDR5 RAM on the actual video card itself. Of course, you're going to get all the Wi-Fi services, 802.11 AC across the board, Bluetooth 4.1, dual band 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, depending on what you actually want and how you want to game. Of course, 5 gigahertz is a lot more bandwidth when you're actually gaming on the go. Software-wise, it includes Windows 10 64-bit. You can opt for Windows 10 Pro 64-bit as well. And connectivity-wise, as I mentioned, obviously the 802.11 AC, but you've got a various array of ports here on the side. You've got the SD card reader, the USB Type-A connector, you've got the integrated network connector as well for Ethernet connectivity, you've got the power adapter, the locking mechanism to actually secure this down to a desk if you want to use this perhaps for graphic design or whatnot. You've got that USB Type-C connector on the side there, you've got HDMI output if you want to use it, plus another 2 USB Type-A connectors on the side, and of course a headphone jack for the immersive audio experience. So there's an integrated battery in this one, a non-removable battery, which is interesting, but it gives you a lot of power. When we fully charge this up, we got about 8 hours of running time with actual gaming going on and video editing and stuff happening at the same time. The fan was pushing it towards the end there, so you can tell that it was struggling to keep up, but it did perform quite admirably. Although they call this a laptop, I wouldn't necessarily say that you're going to want to keep this on your lap for an extended period of time. You're definitely going to want to have this sitting down on a fixed table or desk because it is a heavy machine and it does start to get heavier as you game with it and does get warmer. And also on the bottom is where you have a lot of the cooling as well. So it's sucking up air from the bottom and using the thermal cooling from the back vents as well to keep everything cool and stable inside. Now, the other thing you get with this Dell Inspiron 15 7000 series is this honking power supply. I mean, we're talking about a giant power supply that I guess goes along with this honking computer. If you take a look at this power supply, it's 180 watts of power that'll give you a nice steady stream of power while you're using it, but it'll also charge it relatively quick, which is great. Overall, the battery life is a little bit less than I would imagine that you'd get in a computer like this, especially if you're going to be hardcore gaming for long periods of time. But I guess that's why you bring this honking power supply with you. One of the important things to take away from these 7000 series from Dell is this is a great upgrade from the previous generation model. It's got longer battery life. They definitely increased the quality of the display with this new 15.6-inch IPS display, so you're going to have a much more immersive experience when you're playing your games. People are loving the backlit keyboard. People are loving the full-size keyboard because it gives them access to that number pad that they don't really have. So when you're using this for gaming and also, for example, business use, having that number pad is definitely a welcome addition. Overall impressions are great about this device. You have to remember that coming from a company like Dell, who also owns Alienware, this is more of a mainstream gaming laptop. It's not going to be your higher-end Alienware, but the price is something that is extremely attractive, especially for those who dabble in gaming but don't necessarily want all that power that you'd get from an Alienware desktop or an Alienware laptop. So the Dell 15.6 7000 series, definitely a recommendation from us. Definitely a cool laptop and definitely something worth paying attention to at that price point. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel so you can find out about all these videos that we do, and hit that little notification bell button. It'll notify you instantaneously when we have a new video to share. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.